Hey everybody, this is Dave and Bessie here at Pulp Alley, and this is a special event here. This is
Pulp Alley After Dark.
Pulp Alley After Dark. So normally on Sundays we do a live game. This is a pre-recorded game that we're going to play in our regular 10 a.m. time slot on Sunday because today we're celebrating Max's birthday.
That's right, we got parties.
We got a party. We got a birthday party that we're doing. So this is going to be a solo scenario, and Bessie's playing it solo. She has a league of 2 characters that are starting in play. The scenario is called the Cairo Caper, and it is the first scenario in Chapter 2 of the Tomb of the Serpent campaign. And you play this scenario if, when you played your Chapter 1 scenario, if you didn't get a relic of the old gods during the Chapter 1 scenario you played, this is the scenario that you play when you get to Cairo to try and track one of those relics down and capture it. Now, this is a really interesting scenario. It can be played completely non-combat. As a matter of fact, you almost hope it goes that way because...
when it goes bad, it goes bad.
Yeah, it can go bad. But you could go through this entire scenario without ever having a fight as long as you don't set off the alarm and the bad guys realize what you're up to and race to the area to try to stop you.
Yep.
So if you do it, and I hate to say if you do it right, but you know what I mean. If you play through it without any
If it goes right.
failures at all, if you're lucky, you could go through the whole scenario, collect a relic at the end of it, and the bad guys won't even know you were here until you're already gone.
I drive by him.
Yeah, look at me, I got the relic. So we are playing with the same characters that we used last Sunday. So we have Lobster Johnson coming in here. And for our Lobster Johnson character, we're going to be using the experienced version of Phantom Ace.
Yep.
For this scenario, you can only use half of your characters. So she has a league of 3 characters. So her other character will be Hellboy, or young Hellboy will be coming along. So there is young Hellboy. So those 2 characters are starting in play. And if, and they're 18 inches from this corner over here. So they're trying to reach the major plot point, which is located over there. So the very first thing that Bessie does at the start of the turn is she puts out a minor plot point. And here it is, Bessie. Go ahead and put it down out there.
Doesn't matter where?
Probably over there. Yeah, anywhere you want. You can place it absolutely anywhere. But what you want to do is to place it about within 6 inches of both of your characters. So that
Like right here?
both of them, so that both of them will have a chance. If one of them moves up and fails, then the other one can try to hopefully move up and capture it. If that plot point is still on the table at the end of the turn, then that means the alarm has been sounded. Now that's the way that normally in the first edition version of how the alarm is sounded and the bad guys race to the area, but there is another way that can happen as well. So as we start turn number 1, this is a solo game. Bessie, you've already shuffled up the
No, it's
solo
solo, so
deck.
I draw.
So
I guess I'll do Lobster.
Okay, so she decides to activate Lobster Johnson first.
Oh my gosh. This character cannot move, held in place. Attached until the end of the turn.
Well, there you go. So we have to hope that Hellboy is going to be able. Look at that, boys and girls. Look at that. Now, remember, if this plot point is still in play at the end of this turn, the baddies are coming for blood. All right, Bessie. Now you're going to have to draw a solo card again.
Watch your head. This character encounters a peril immediately. Use the challenge below. 1 with finesse or cunning. 2 dice 6 in both. Okay.
All right, let's see it.
You need 1. Yes.
And you got the one you needed. So you get past the peril.
Okay.
And you can now continue his activation. So Hellboy wanders up there to the plot point, and now he's going to have to face another peril when he attempts that plot point.
2 with might, finesse, or cunning. 4 die 8 in might.
4 die 8 in might, and he needs to roll 2 successes here. 2 successes. Let's see it.
Yes.
And you got it. All successes. All successes. So,
I can't believe you doubted me.
you pass the peril, and after you pass the peril, then we're going to draw one of the yellow cards, and that's how you do it in this particular scenario. After you pass the peril, you draw a scenario card to see what Hellboy has discovered.
Okay.
All right, let's see it.
Plot point.
It is a plot point. Okay, so it'll have the challenge printed on the card. So the challenge is printed on the card, and it says 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. So she's going to have to roll 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. And Hellboy, once again, will be using his
4 die 8.
4 die 8 worth of might.
Yes.
And you got it. You got it. This was Mad Aziz. That's why it says no reward there. So this is a you got your 2 successes. A lot of these cards are still rough versions of the cards, so it just says placeholder. So this is not the final version, right? This is how playtesting works. You know, when you're designing scenarios and games and testing the rules and stuff. So this is actually Mad Aziz.
Ooh.
That's who you found there. Is 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. So you collected that plot point, and it is done. Now, what it doesn't do is it doesn't help Hellboy at all. Now, remember, along the way, she's working her way towards the major plot point, but now we're in a tricky situation because Lobster Johnson was held up back there.
Mm-hmm.
So that card goes away now, attach until end of turn. And now you're going to have to, so that plot point is removed. That was plot point number 1. Now, as we start turn number 2, we're going to remove another bullet from, or we're going to remove a counter. Now, here's the thing. How far away do you put it? Because if you put it out here, Lobster Johnson won't be able to reach it.
Right.
Do you put it at the...
How many turns do I get?
You get 6 turns. Do you put it close enough where both of them can get to it? You could put it, right up here and still have Lobster Johnson be able to get to it, maybe. Or do you just do you put it further ahead?
I guess we'll play it safe this turn.
Okay. So you're just going to put it right there?
Yeah.
All right. So who's going to activate first?
Oh, Hellboy.
Okay. Let's see what he gets.
Shortcut.
Okay. Roll for the challenge below.
Finesse or cunning. 2 successes. Oy vey.
And if you fail this, he takes 2 hits. All right. Let's see it.
Boom.
Double 6s with authority. So you pass it. The character will move an extra 3 inches with passing through perilous areas, and that is an attach until the end of the scenario. So we're going to attach that card to one. We're going to attach that card to Hellboy to show that it is now attached.
Okay.
Now, he can continue his activation.
I guess I'll try it.
We're going to move up to it, take that inch.
Yeah.
Maybe get to the other side of it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when he gets up there, he can draw the peril. So he draws the peril for the plot
Roll
point.
1 success with cunning or might. I have the 4 die 8.
See something floating around in that fountain, I think. This
Okay.
is the peril, boys and girls. This is the peril.
Only need one. Got it.
And you got it. So, man, as long as you can keep drawing might, you're going to do good on those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else is a little tricky.
So now we're going to take a yellow card. Go ahead, see what you get.
Scenario card.
Okay.
Menacing Brute.
Okay.
Plot point challenge. Roll 2 successes with might or brawl.
Roll 2 successes with might or brawl. So there's a menacing brute out there by the fountain that's trying to chase Hellboy off.
Okay.
Maybe he's got a shovel or something. He's gonna try and whack
Popped out of the
Hellboy 4.
fountain.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it's roll 2 successes with
Might or brawl. That's
4
interesting.
die 8 in both.
4 die 8 in both. All right, let's see it. 4 die 8 in both of them. Might or brawl. 4 die 8.
How dare you question me?
You got it. All right. Hellboy completes the plot point, chases off the menacing brute with the shovel, and that is completed. Now that gives you +1 might
Excellent.
while you're holding that.
That plot point goes away.
That plot point goes away. Now, Lobster's going to have to take
A solo card.
Solo card when he activates. All right, let's see what you got. Stand firm. Okay, so you roll. So if he fails this, he's going to end his activation.
I have 3 die 10.
Let's see it. Big talk. Big talk, lady. 3 die 10 for Lobster Johnson.
Got it.
And he gets it.
All right, ooh, attached until the end of the scenario.
He can continue his activation. Where's he going?
Maybe he just holds.
Is he going to go 12 inches? Is he going to run up ahead of Hellboy? So Johnson moves ahead, kind of scouting the way, and then that'll end the turn. No recovery, so she's doing really good here. Is she going to go through this whole thing without getting any bad guys at all?
Doubtful. Okay.
Who are you activating on turn 3?
Oh, I need to place
This is
my...
only a 6-turn scenario. So where are you going to place it? Just a little bit in front of, right there in front of Lobster?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you see they're trying to make their way towards the major plot point, gathering clues as they go.
All right, I guess I'll do Lobster.
Okay.
His solo card is...
The nearest enemy to this character, and there are none, so you'll just ignore it.
So ignore it?
Yep.
Okay. Peril is 1 with might, finesse, or cunning. 3 die 10 in might and finesse.
Okay.
Got it. And now I draw the yellow card.
Okay. So we already have 2 yellow cards in play. Let's see what you get.
Rusty Lock.
Rusty Lock. Well, that's an easy one.
It is. Roll
That's
1 success.
one with might.
One with
That's all
might.
it is.
Perfect. Okay. And his might is 3 die 10.
All right, you only need 1. Oh, she's going to blow this one, I think.
Boom.
Oh, she gets it. All right, and that one's done. And the reward on that one is
+1 to
+1
might.
might. Okay.
Okay. And then I guess I'll have Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Oh, he gets a solo card.
He does get a solo card.
Counters apparel.
Encounters a peril. 1 with might, finesse, or cunning. I'm
Well, we
sorry,
got-
just might or finesse. And he
4 die
has
8.
+1 from his reward card. So
Ooh.
5 die. 5 die
Okay.
8. So as long as they're rolling for might,
Got
they
it.
are going to do well. So he can continue his activation as normal.
All right, I guess I'll just move him 6.
Get on the other side of the Lobster.
Yeah.
Okay. And they are inching their way ever closer to the major plot point.
All right.
That ends the turn.
Yep. Pulling a bullet.
And they are off and running. Who are you going to activate first?
Ooh. Oh, I gotta put my
Oh, your plot point. Yep. So, if there is still a plot point on the table at the end of the turn, a minor plot point, if there's still a minor plot point on the table at the end of the turn, then that's one of the ways that the alarm is set off.
Okay, I guess I'll do Lobster.
Okay. So he'll get a solo card first. Make it count. Character gains a +1 bonus to blah, blah, blah. Use it until it's...
Okay.
Yep, attach it until it's used.
All right.
And then he can continue his activation. So move up to the plot point. Maybe it's on the other side of it. Something like that. And then draw a peril for him.
It is... Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, 3 successes with might, finesse, or cunning.
Well, might is on there. And he's
and
gonna
I have an extra.
4 die 10. You only need 3.
Got him.
And you got the 3 that you needed. So that gets you past the peril. And now it is the trap. The plot point.
A nervous informant.
Nervous informant, okay.
2 successes with might or finesse. Thank
might
goodness.
Is where your sweet spot is.
Need 2.
You only need 2.
Got him. Woo-hoo.
Got the 2 you needed. So that's attached. Reward. You gain a +1 bonus for the next challenge you encounter.
Excellent.
So that is 1 use. But the next challenge, so that would be a peril or a plot point.
Yeah. Excellent. All right.
And that's gone now. So you still have one more to go. So what's Hellboy going to do? Is he just going to move up
he gets
next?
a solo card.
He does get a solo card. Okay.
It's moot.
Moot. Yep. No enemies in play, so
Nope.
it won't happen.
Okay, so he'll just go... Is Lobster... Oh, wait, no, I still have to get that one, don't I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still have one more minor.
I guess he'll just go up 6.
So you know the major plot point is in this area over here.
Yeah.
So we'll put at the start of the next turn.
Okay.
All right, and there you are.
All right, I guess I'll do Lobster.
Lobster activates first.
And his solo card is... Can't shoot or place a burst,
So no shot this turn. All right,
I don't
not
think
a big deal. I don't know that they have any discard abilities.
I was thinking the same thing, so I was thinking I might just toss
I'm just
it.
going to set it out there.
Okay. And I needed... Oh, nothing.
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 There's nothing to roll for.
Okay.
So he can continue his activation, move up to the plot point, and draw the peril. So the peril is going to be 2 with finesse or cunning. So that is not his sweet spot, but he does have 3 die 10. He does have 3 die 10 here. Going really good for the group.
Got it.
Got the 2 that he needed. So he makes it past there, and then we're going to draw the plot point card.
Crap.
And it is
A trap!
A trap. So
Of course it went too easy.
In second edition, this card is included in the rewards stack, so you have a chance of drawing this every time you get to a plot point. And this means that the alarm has been raised. The alarm has been raised. So at the end of this turn is when the baddies are going to show up. But right now, that plot point is moved d8 inches in a random direction. 7 inches. Uh-oh. Now that's a bad bounce for Hellboy.
Yeah.
Because it's on the other side of this wall. And it is over 6 inches from him. Oh my gosh. Well, it doesn't matter because all that means is that the alarm will be raised,
Yeah.
which is already going to be raised because it's a trap
Yeah.
was drawn. So the baddies are coming. So Hellboy will now continue his... Hellboy will start his activation, so he'll get a solo card.
Yep, that's right. Okay. Roll the
Furious.
challenge below. 2 with cunning or might. I have 4 die 8 in might.
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for remembering.
5d8.
Got him.
Woo!
Woo,
That was close. That was close. That's an attach. So you rolled for the challenge. Pass. The character ignores the multiple combats penalty
Oh, that's
attached
nice.
for the rest of this scenario because the baddies
Especially
are
with
coming.
his muscles of steel.
Uh-huh.
That can be
Yeah.
handy.
Yeah. Now,
Should
they
I?
may not be close enough that they're going to be able to do
I can move
anything
them
about
still,
this.
though, right?
Yeah, you can still do something. The problem is that's going to be a difficult move crossing that wall. Now, you can do it on a run. You're going to lose what? How much movement are you going to lose there? 3 inches of movement crossing that wall. So you got about 7, 8, 9, 10. You could run all the way to it.
But I have to get it before I do the other one, right?
Correct.
All
You
right, let's run it.
cannot do... Okay, that's going to take a peril as soon as he runs up here and tries to clamber over the wall on a run.
2 with might, finesse, or cunning.
All right.
5.
5d8. Using his might, he's going to punch a hole right through that wall. He is punching a hole through the wall.
Got it.
Oh,
Woo!
just barely.
And we clambered over.
He makes it all the way to the plot point.
Yep.
Okay, but that will end his activation, and now the baddies appear. Bessie, they're going to either appear at this corner on a 1, 2, or a 3, or that corner over there on a 4, 5, or 6. Roll
Okay.
a d6 for us.
6.
6, 4, 5, or 6, so they are over there.
Ooh, that's not where I was hoping they'd be. Which is
So
kind of
that
a...
little plot point right
direct line.
there. And we rolled randomly at the start of
Oh,
this.
does that mean Ross gets to come too?
Yes, Roz will start in play as well.
Okay.
So the baddies come in and they can set up to 12 inches from the corner that they're in. So I'm going to put my sneaky snake, her, and him all over here.
Ooh.
So we have Sharnock the Undying,
Dahlia?
Dahlia, and
Snake a snack.
desert stalker out here also.
I don't like
That
that.
ends turn number 4, and we are starting turn number 5.
Okay. Now, my turn.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think we would consider them to be an enemy league
Uh-huh.
for this scenario.
Yeah.
So you could force them to activate first. That is a decision that you can make as the player. You could either choose to activate your characters first or force them to activate first. I don't know that letting them go first is a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'll I'll
Okay.
do me.
All right.
So I'll have, I guess, I'll just do Hellboy.
Okay.
So his
So
solo
Hellboy
card
gets
is
a solo card.
D8 and might. Got it.
Okay.
And now
So that was your solo card.
that was my solo card. Oh, I get
Now-
to attach it.
Draw a peril for the plot point.
Oh, that's right.
Now you could actually win the scenario this turn.
Free pass.
How about that? Free pass means she busts through the peril, and now she's going to get a yellow card. If she can get the plot point, if she can get plot point number 4 completed,
Then Lobster,
then Lobster
can do
could
major.
rush up and try and grab the major plot point before the baddies got on top of them. Because if the baddies get in there, Their
I'm in
chances
trouble.
of actually getting the plot points are really slim.
2 with might. Yes.
Okay, 2 with might. And he has 5d8.
5. Got it.
Got the 2 you needed.
Woohoo!
All right, so that plot point was completed. And the reward on that is once during a scenario, after you roll for a challenge, you can gain X
Ooh.
successes.
Okay.
But that's
I don't know that it'll
only
be super
for
helpful, but-
Hellboy. So that means that plot point is picked up, it's done, and that means it's all coming down to Lobster.
Oh gosh.
Can Lobster win the day here? Because you know
Lobster.
the baddies are coming. You know the baddies are coming. And if they can get around here, they will definitely stop you from getting those plot points.
All right. His solo card.
I'm gonna have to back. In second edition, the Stalker... in second edition, the Stalker does not cause horror.
Oh, okay.
Instead, it is armored. And that means...
so it only goes 6.
It could only go 6.
Okay.
Unless it's rushing.
All right. Good notes.
All right. Lobster, you're going to get a solo card.
Solo card. It is... Oh, please don't be bad. Make it count.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
And now it can continue his activation. Yeah, this could be it right here.
Okay, so he's doing his...
He's moving up to the peril.
Uh-huh.
Or to the plot point.
Is that a challenge?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It is.
So your peril.
1 with finesse.
Okay.
I have 3 die 10. Can I use this then?
Yeah.
Get a bonus?
Yeah.
So 4 die 10. Should I use that now or should I wait?
You have to use it. It says on your next
Okay,
challenge.
okay,
And
all
this is your next challenge, so it's not optional. You
Non-optional.
have to use it now.
Got
Okay.
it. Woohoo!
So pass the peril very easily.
Okay.
Let's find out what the major plot point is. There are only 3 cards left here. Is that right? Feels like there should have been more.
Oh my gosh. 3 successes with might, finesse, or cunning.
Got to roll 3 successes now. It is the Watchful Guard. The Watchful Guard has the plot point. He was over there. Look at this, boys and girls. The Watchful Guard has the plot point.
Okay. I have the bonus to my might, so that gets me up to 4 die 10.
And you're going to have to get 3 successes. 3 successes here.
Oh gosh.
You got 4 dice there. You can get 3 successes on 4 dice.
Yes!
And she does it, boys and girls. So, my baddies were not able to get there fast enough. They showed up way too late in the game. Fairly sure the scenario ends when you get the major plot point in this scenario. I could be wrong. Either way, they would only have 1 more turn, and that's not going to be enough for them to stop them. But if I could have got around there and actually got on the plot point,
Yeah, that would have been...
that would have shut them down. Even if I couldn't beat either one of them, I could have at least just shut the plot point down. If you have a league that is really good with perils and plot points, this scenario is almost a cakewalk.
I feel like I got lucky with the might.
Yes,
I
you
think-
drew a lot. And I think that may have to do with the fact that I'm playtesting those cards. And I think a lot of them haven't been corrected yet. So might may actually appear on more cards than actually should.
Because I think
Oops. Because, you
all
know,
but one,
some of
maybe,
these are just kind of, yeah.
placeholders.
Many of these are just kind of placeholders as I'm kind of working on this and testing a few things out. So
Yeah.
anyway, it is what it is, and so there's still some balancing on some of those things to kind of look at.
That's fun,
Anywho,
though.
cool little scenario. It ended up being no combat.
Yeah.
It ended up not having any combat whatsoever in it. She was able to work her way across there. The servants of Apophis became aware that they were in the area and trying to hunt down that relic, but it was too late for them to stop
Yep.
Hellboy and Lobster. So we'll just see how that keeps going. So that means that they do end the scenario with the major plot point, and in this particular campaign, that means that they have found one of the relics of the old gods.
Yay!
And so that will help two things. One, that it gives Lobster a little bit of a boost. And I'm not going to get into all of the story aspects of it, but it also keeps that relic out of the hands of the servants of Apophis, and the servants of Apophis would use those relics to help free Apophis from his tomb. So,
which is no Gouda.
No Gouda. Anyway, big happy birthday to Max. Big thank you to everybody for watching this with us. I hope you enjoyed this special pre-recorded version of a solo game. It was pretty fun. We will see you very, very soon. Bessie, play us out of here.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Bessie.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Dave.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
That was a lot of fun.